I think he should work with the people who make this a lifetime career. I just don't think that's healthy.
Those comments coming this morning following a big announcement from Representative Jason Chaffetz. He says that he will not run for re-election in 2018, creating an open seat for Utah's 3rd District.
Chaffetz says the decision's largely based on his family, but political specialist Ladd Egan sat down with him to get more on his future.
I'm here with Representative Jason Chaffetz. Big news today. Tell me about your decision.
Well, we spent a couple months thinking about our future, my wife and I and our kids, and I just turned 50 and you know, kind of came to the conclusion we need to go a different direction. I've been very blessed to serve, but you know, I'm 50, I'm sleeping on a cot in my office. I've spent more than 1,500 nights away from my family, and I happen to love my wife and adore our kids, and I've been blessed to serve as either a campaign manager, a chief of staff to the governor, a candidate, and then a member of Congress for what ends up being about 13 plus years. And so it's just time to get in, serve, and get out and make a change. I'm just not going to run in 2018.
And what's happening with your family, your children? A lot of change.
Yeah. You know, we have 3 kids. They both, 2 of the 3 got married last year. Wonderful spouses. Our son's going to go to law school out in Virginia. Our daughter's living in Michigan. Her husband's got a great job at General Motors, and our daughter will soon graduate high school before we know it. And so that life's different as an empty nester. I'm trying to come to grips with it, and turning 50, and I'm sleeping on a cot in my office, and I don't want to spend 250 nights away from my family night after night. I just don't want to do that.
You said you're not running for 2018.
Yeah.
What about 2020, the governorship here in Utah?
Well, like, I don't want to close the door or open the door on anything. I think anything's a possibility. I've talked about potentially wanting to do that. It would be an honor to serve there. But first things first, I just, you know, make this announcement, and then we'll make a transition, and then we'll see where the winds take us. Maybe I do it, maybe I don't. I'm not trying to be coy about it. I'm just saying I think it's good to get in, serve, get out, refresh, and get back to my roots, which is in the private sector.
Your predictions for your seat in Congress, who could step in?
Well, look, there are a number of good people who are willing to serve, and part of the reason you do it so early is so that they can get the finances together, get their policy positions together, and see if they have enough of a grassroots support in order to put together a viable campaign. And there are a lot of people that could do this. It'll be interesting to see who steps up and says they want to consider it, but I'm not the only person that can do this job.
Will it stay in Republican hands?
Oh, I think so. Democrats will try to make hay, but this is Utah, not fantasy land. And Republicans, the last 4 elections in a row, I've won by the widest margin of anybody else running at this level. And nearly 70% of this vote comes out of Utah County, which is very strongly in Republican hands. So I have no doubt that a Republican will win, and win handily.
2 final quick questions. Yeah. Senator Orrin Hatch has been criticized for talking about him maybe giving his blessing or picking who should run for his seat. Are you going to get into those politics and give your blessing to somebody?
No, I'm not here to try to hand the baton to any one person. There are a lot of good people, and they're going to have to compete. And when I was nobody trying to become somebody, I remember that it was only Mitt Romney who didn't get out there and endorse. And I talked to him. I said, please keep your powder dry. Allow me to try to run for this without you putting your thumb on the lever or the trying to push it in one side. And the person I was running against had all the endorsements, and I won, and won handily. So I'm not trying to hand the baton. That's not up to me. It's up to the people of Utah. They get to make that decision.
And then final question. Some would say the current state of politics, Trump as president, the recent town hall meeting. Does the current state of politics play into your decision to not run?
I was a place kicker at BYU once upon a time. Volatility, people yelling, screaming, throwing things at you, that's kind of what I do, and kind of attracted to it. So I worry in part that I'm going to actually miss that sort of volatility. But no, that's not part of the consideration. It's purely a family issue. It's not a health issue. It's not a political push one direction or another. It's just flat out, I love my family.
You said this morning you love your family more.
Yeah, look, I like the work. I really do like that, but I love my family more. And maybe some people have a hard time believing that, but that's just the truth. That's just the way it is.
All right, Representative Jason Chaffetz, thank you so much for joining us here in